There's going to be some H1Z1 gameplay in the background if you couldn't tell already. I'm just playing this game right now just because, I don't know, I just wanted to try it out. But in today's video, I'm going to be talking about PlayStation versus Xbox. It's the big debate, everybody knows. I'm not going to include PC in this just because PC is so open and wide to different games. Today's going to be more about the console exclusives and the console itself. So, this is going to be the most unbiased video you're ever going to see, because I own both consoles. I own a PlayStation 3 and a Xbox 360. Also, I own a PlayStation 4 and an Xbox One S. So, which one do I think is better? Well, to be perfectly honest, back in the day, Xbox 360 was the better one because more people played on it and there was just more games coming out for it. Like, you know, there's Halo, like, all the time on there. There was, like, new Halos coming out, Gears of War, stuff like that. Just all these new IPs coming out. But don't get me wrong, I still play PlayStation 3 a whole lot. The better console was PlayStation 3. But back in the day, people didn't really pay much attention to that just because of... just because they wanted to play games, you know. And, you know, everybody knows by now the infamous ring, Red Ring of Death, so... yeah. Now let's get into the, like, really big part of this conversation. In 2018, PS4 versus Xbox One. I love the Xbox One, alright? But I am in love with the PlayStation 4. The PlayStation 4 is the better console in my opinion. It runs better, besides the fact that I know Xbox One X is the better console when it comes down to it. The regular PlayStation 4 beats the Xbox One S and the Xbox One regular. And the exclusives on the PlayStation 4, they just can't be beat right now because Xbox isn't really releasing anything that's exclusive to the Xbox besides Halo. Everything else I play on the PC. So there's no real reason for me to buy an Xbox One, even though I already have one. If I didn't have one, there'd be no there'd be no reason to. Just buy them on the PC real quick. Like Sea of Thieves is a horrible game. So is State of Decay 2. I hate both of those games. I played both of them. They sucked. Cuphead was a good game, but that's also on the PC, so I played it on the PC most of the time because it's just easier to play on the PC. And I'm always next to my PC anyways, and so it was just easier for me to play on the PC. The only time I ever power up my Xbox is usually when I'm going to play Halo for a little bit, but Halo 5 wasn't even that good of a game, to be honest. Yeah, the multiplayer was fine, but that gets old after a while, and the story just kind of was like, this is it? It was kind of like setting up the next Halo game rather than it actually being a Halo game that I was expecting to be, you know, a good game. Or $60 it wasn't. And don't get me wrong, I'm not completely trying to hate on the Xbox here, but I wish the Xbox would do better. I mean, because I want to see it succeed, but they just keep making all the wrong decisions, like Phil Spencer saying, oh, you know, more money is to be made in the multiplayer genre. No, it's not, because God of War, I just finished beating that game. That game was completely amazing, and so is Uncharted 4. Like, Uncharted 4, God of War franchise, The Last of Us, all of those are single-player games, and those are like my most favorite games right there. Uncharted 4, my top game. I mean, the Uncharted series is my top game series. My second series is God of War series, and my third series is Last of Us. Even though, yeah, I already pre-ordered Last of Us 2. So there's just so many amazing single-player games that are my top favorites, and I can't really think of any multiplayer games that are like, oh wow, that's amazing. I mean, yeah, the Call of Duty every year, Battlefield, stuff like that. I love playing those games, but those aren't like my top games. Like, you know, Star Wars Battlefront 2. We saw what happened with that with the loot boxes. So I do want to see Xbox succeed, but that you can't succeed when you're not taking risks and doing something different. Because like God of War, it scared a lot of people at first. It's like, oh, you know, we're doing something different here. It could be a complete failure. It wasn't. It was a complete success, and I'm glad they did that. And you know, The Last of Us was kind of a different game, taking a step forward from Uncharted. It's like, oh, Uncharted was like this cool action set piece game where it's more like, you know, treasure hunting, shooting down bad guys, trying to find the treasure, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. But then with The Last of Us, they just went to like way more of a story route with like Ellie, so you have to carry somebody along with you. It's more of a heartfelt story rather than a really good action game. It's more of like a, you know, slow-paced story where you get to learn the characters and really be invested in the story. And I love both games. If I want an action game real quick and a pretty good story, and you know, Nathan Drake, I mean, he's a story all of himself, I'll play Uncharted because it's one of my favorite stories too. Then if I want to sit down for a little bit, play a good game, be invested in it for a couple hours, I'll play The Last of Us. I've beaten that game 4 times already, and I beat Uncharted 4 3 times. So I like both games. I have The Last of Us remastered on the PlayStation, but I like both games. And on the Xbox, I can't really name anything that I'm just like, oh wow, that completely blew me away. Like, I mean, Sunset Overdrive was okay. Halo 5 was the game that was actually pretty good was Gears of War 4. I actually did like that game, but again, it wasn't like a complete game where I was like totally invested and I was like, oh yeah, this is pretty fun. You know, it wasn't the best game, but it was pretty good. State of Decay 2 was pretty garbage. I didn't like that game at all. Cuphead was good, but again, PC. Like, you know, what my favorite racing series of all time is Forza, and I love Forza Horizon 3. That is my favorite racing game of all time. It's my most favorite. But again, I play that on the PC because it's on the PC and it looks better on the PC because of a good PC. Why would I load it into the Xbox just to play like a lower frame rate version of the game I can play an even better version on my PC? See, because that's the thing about Xbox. There's no reason to buy it if you have a better PC. Because all the games that are on your Xbox are on your PC. Except Halo. Halo is the only console exclusive. You can't just say Xbox exclusive to Gears of War 4 when I can load up on my PC right now and play it. Without ever even touching an Xbox. Exclusive, sorry. You just can't say that. Now, if Xbox would make a console exclusive, that gives so many more people a reason to buy the console in the first place, rather than just say, hey, you have a good PC? Oh yeah, don't buy an Xbox, just buy the game real quick on your PC and you can play even a better version of it. Oh, thanks. I mean, Halo 5 is not even close to a reason to buy an Xbox at all. I thought it was at first. I was like, oh, Halo 5 looks really good. You know, and then I can also play all my PC games on my TV real quick. But then again, I saw through it and I was like, well, Halo 5 wasn't even that good. It was not worth the wait at all. Yeah, the multiplayer was good, but after a while, you know, like I said earlier, it just gets boring. So I was kind of like, oh wow. I'm on my PC most of the time anyways, and the games look better, run better on the PC. What's the reason to buy an Xbox? I want to see it succeed somehow, but it can't succeed when they're not going in the right direction with it. Yeah, the Xbox One X is like the most powerful console. Sure, you can say that. But a PC runs better than the Xbox One X if you have a good PC. So what's the reason to even buy an Xbox One X? Yeah, 4K. Well, my PC can run 4K too. So there's just, you know, there's so many things you can see through that it's like, you know, you want to see them succeed on something, but yet they just keep taking steps back while Sony is just pushing forward. Sorry, I said pushing. They just keep pushing forward and making even better games. God of War, masterpiece. The Last of Us, masterpiece. The Last of Us 2, probably going to be a masterpiece. Uncharted series, masterpiece. They've made so many great console exclusives. Horizon Zero Dawn, masterpiece. I can just keep naming Bloodborne. They just keep making all these console exclusives, so that gives you a reason to buy a PlayStation 4. It's like, hey, you want to play God of War? Oh, sorry, your PC cannot, you can't have that on your PC or your Xbox. You have to buy a PlayStation for that. Oh, okay. What about Bloodborne? Oh, PlayStation 4. What about this game? PlayStation 4. There's so many great console exclusives on the PlayStation 4 that people don't realize that, oh, hey, you can play all the Xbox games that you have that are console exclusive in quotation marks on your PC. People think they have to buy an Xbox for it because they say, oh, only on Xbox, or Xbox exclusive or get these map packs early. Who cares about the map packs? I get some people care about those, but at the same time, you can get the same game that runs even better on the PlayStation and your PC instead of just having to get an Xbox for it. Like I keep saying, if Xbox would give me a reason to like say, oh, hey, Xbox did that great. The Xbox people did that great. They made an improvement. They made even better games, because gaming is for the games. All right, I'm about to die here, but gaming is for the games. All right, you don't play games just to say, oh, the frame rate's really good, or oh, my system's the most powerful. Okay, your system's the most powerful system, right? Where's the game? Which game? God of War. Crap, but that's only on a PlayStation. But I'm not going to get one of those because I want a powerful console. Well, what's the matter? You can't even play the game anyway, so why would it matter what console you have? Get a PlayStation 4 Pro. It can run 60 FPS on performance mode on God of War, and it looks great. God of War is one of the best looking games ever made, but yet Xbox fanboys still have to make a thing like saying, oh, Xbox is going to come back, stuff like that. They're not coming back because they haven't given us any indication that they are. They keep congratulating Sony when they're not doing anything else. Like, oh, hey Sony, you made a great game, you made a lot of sales, the game's really good. By the way, we're not doing anything to make our company better. We're not doing anything to make the Xbox better. We're just congratulating you guys while we sit back and just bask in the failure. If they can give me a reason to say, hey, Xbox, you did that great, or anybody else a reason to go out there, go to GameStop, Walmart, Target to buy an Xbox, spend $200, $300 on an Xbox, give me a reason to. Because right now, I'm considering selling my Xbox just to get some extra cash because I don't need it. Why would I need my Xbox when I can play every single Xbox game I have besides Halo on my PC, and it runs even better? What's the point of keeping an Xbox? I just don't see the point. See, what's the point of keeping an Xbox? Give me a reason, Xbox. Come on, I'm waiting. Yep, there is none. Oh yeah, we're gonna have this Xbox exclusive coming out later. Yeah, we're doing stuff in the future. Yeah, you said that like a year ago, alright? Now maybe at E3 they can whip something up real quick to save the fans, but if they don't, Xbox is gonna go down. So this year's looking like the PS2 versus the original Xbox, because the PS2 completely beat the Xbox all the way. And then of course Xbox came back with the Xbox 360 and beat the PlayStation 3. But this year, just a turnaround. PlayStation 4 is winning by a wide margin, and they're just going to keep winning unless Xbox actually does something. And you know, I'm not totally rooting for Xbox here because I do like my PlayStation, but again, I'm being unbiased, so I do like my Xbox too. I'm not saying I completely hate the Xbox, but they got to give me a reason to go out and keep my Xbox, or not to sell it, or just to buy a new Xbox, something like that, or for somebody else to buy an Xbox. Like, I can't recommend an Xbox to one of my family members when it's like, hey, you have a good PC? Oh yeah, I play a lot of my games. Okay, you don't need to buy an Xbox, alright? Unless you're getting it for Halo, which I don't really know why you would get it for Halo 5. It's not even a good game. So, I don't understand at all why you would still have an Xbox if you can play every single game on the PC. Now, I know, okay, this is one argument that I can actually understand. Hey, good PCs are like $1,000 to $2,000. Alienware, all this stuff. A PC costs a lot of money. I don't have that kind of money. I don't have the time to set it up, all that stuff, even though you can get like a pre-made PC. The Xbox is just a better price for me. Plus, it's a Blu-ray player, and it can do, and the Xbox is better for watching movies and all that stuff. And like a media player. So I can see that argument right there. Yeah, that's a reason to buy an Xbox. You want to do a little bit of light gaming, stuff like that. All right? Yes, that's for an Xbox. But if you're a regular gamer wanting good exclusives and good games to play, you have to go with the PlayStation. They have so many good games already out. Like H1Z1 is a PlayStation exclusive. Even though I know it's coming out for the Xbox, right now it's a PlayStation exclusive. And it's like, I'm kind of mindlessly playing, by the way, because I'm making this video. But it's like, what's the reason for me to... I'm just going over the same thing, but like, what's the reason for me to have an Xbox if there is no exclusives on the Xbox besides one game? That's kind of sad to say. Hey, what's one game on the Xbox? I mean, like, yeah, what's one game that I absolutely have to have an Xbox for? Oh, one game? To name one game? I can only name one game because there's only one game for the Xbox exclusively. Oh, what game is that? Halo 5 Guardians. That's it? Yep, that's it. I think I'll just keep my PC because there is no reason to buy an Xbox then. There really is no reason at all. You can't even name one reason to buy an Xbox besides it's cheap and it's a media player. I mean, for games exclusively, there is no reason to buy an Xbox. So yeah, that was my short little rant on why the Xbox has to pull ahead here or they're completely done for the whole year. I mean, I know that they're basically coming in 2018 with a whole list of failures, and Sony's doing a great job. Keep it up, Sony. I'm rooting for you. I'm also rooting for Xbox, but more Sony because Sony's just doing so good. I have God of War. I have God of War 3 Remastered. I have Uncharted 4. I have Bloodborne. And it's just... There's so many good exclusives. I have Nier Automata. There's just so many good exclusives out for the PlayStation. I also have Crash Bandicoot, the Insane Trilogy. So yeah. If I had to recommend somebody a console, would you if you get a PlayStation or an Xbox, I would say get a PlayStation. And by the way, to be honest, you can't really make that argument anymore because PlayStation 4s are kind of cheap now, and you can get it for the same price as an Xbox One S. So if you had to go with one, just go with the PlayStation. Honestly, there is no reason not to. So yeah, my short little rant. I got tongue-tied a little bit, but that's just because I haven't had a lot of sleep lately. So yeah, I'm gonna get off, and I'll see you guys later. Bye.